The role of youth in Nigerian politics. The youth of our country constitute a larger population, and this is a resources that are yet to be exploited. I believe we are not just a bunch of fools as any other person can believe. We have people of good minds, people that have the understanding of the nation, people that really want us to move forward, people that have great ideas. Youth that can actually come up with an independent party, a party where, a lot of people of like mind can come together and formulate something very important and come up with a good idea that can actually solve our problem. We need to start somewhere, and this is the starting point. A country like Nigeria should not continuously recycle leaders of the past. There are lots of them that have been in the system for several years, and yet they still come up again, probably by virtue of them having enough resources to recycling themselves back. And these are money that they corner in the past. These are the things, the resources they are embezzled to actually, recycle themselves into the system. We need, people that actually have the understanding of what the youth are going through. When we say, people say youth is the leader of tomorrow, I don't know when that tomorrow is almost Nigeria blink of breaking up. And this is the time where some people of great mind can actually come up together and do something worthwhile. And I believe in the youth of Nigeria. Not all of them can be vouched for, but a good number of them can actually make positive changes. Not just people in diaspora alone, not those that are in Nigeria alone, but a unanimous, integration of all of them coming up with good ideas, things that we really need in this country to move forward. There are lots of them that are professionals in all these fields. Talking about electricity, there are lots of them that conceive great ideas about how to solve the problem of electricity in Nigeria. There are lots of them that have great ideas on how to actually have a well-organized agricultural system. There are lots of them that have great ideas on commerce. There are many of them that understand Nigeria as a nation even more than those old people. Don't let us be deceived by this understanding in the system, those that actually understand the system. No, it doesn't always work like that. Let's give a chance to people of like minds, people that actually they set out for something reasonable. The youth of this country are clamoring not just for power, but for the system itself. We can't continue to run on this kind of a system. We'll just continue to have a change that doesn't answer to its name, that doesn't answer to its essence. No, we need people of great mind and understanding of what it is to have a nationhood. Thank you very much.
I believe in a great Nigeria. For the past few years, for the past decade, I would say, Nigeria has been running a system where everyone was hoped that one day things would get better. But we have discovered that the more we move on, the more we see that there are lapses in government. 18 million Nigerians are youths. So what is happening in Nigeria? Every day we always clamor that there is no job in Nigeria. Whereas a little change in an environment can lead the issue of power in Nigeria can be sorted out. Then we are heading forward. There are so many things, so many structures that the government are willing to do, but because we need to come out and say no. Enough of politicians died just because they want to campaign for a politician that has no good agenda for Nigeria. Some of them will come and say, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. Without them coming out and giving us the strategies that they will use to execute all these projects that they are saying. A government, a politician coming and telling you that will create 2 million jobs. How will he create 2 million jobs? Fine, I'm not saying that nothing is working in Nigeria. Some things are working in Nigeria. And we are happy about it, but we need to do more. We need to do more. I believe that it's possible for Nigeria to have electricity 24 hours, and all what we are saying is change.
My name is Lawal. I would like to give my concept about one of the fundamentals of the clamor for the new Nigeria, which is transportation. We had different means of transportation probably before democracy, really the bus transportation and the sea transportation. And transportation will go a long way in curbing unemployment. And I believe if the transportation network in Nigeria is properly handled, it's going to create a lot of jobs. And Jonathan said clearly he created almost 1.5 million jobs in 1 year. He could find where those jobs are. But that's not the issue right now. My advocacy is really for a new Nigeria and looking at the transportation sector. If, like basically now, we have a lot of privatization in transportation, and which is majorly coordinated by NURTW, if I presume. And the NURTW is not actually an organized body because everybody just do their things in their own way. But ordinarily, I believe if the road transportation coordinated by buses, number buses going to different locations are actually coordinated properly, it could very well accommodate and give room for a lot of employment. And very well, we have a lot of water bodies, and we could actually serve as another means of communication. We have a lot of speed boats and organized management in this sector. It will definitely go a long way in creating jobs, thereby creating little option for crime and actually generate a lot of revenue for the government along with. And the last one, which I would rather want to emphasize, is the rail transportation. Because the rail transportation has a lot of importance in new Nigeria, which I actually advocate for. It could serve a long way in carrying bulk and passengers. And when we talk about passengers, the rail I think we have now, I call it locomotive rail network, which actually has a single lane and in the advocacy of Jonathan. And I read something recently where we had, I was told a lot of billions of dollars were invested in that project. And looking at the close comparison with what Ethiopia did, which was $450 million, I think as a giant of Africa we close to our relative to our human and material resources, that is an absurdity, and I would not want to be a part of that Nigeria. I am an advocacy of a new Nigeria where our resources are properly utilized to the benefit of Nigerians and to the upliftment of the name Nigeria.
We are many people, different tribes, different tongues. We're united in our strength and resolve to